Hey, it's Brett Gregory, and I'm so excited to be here with you today. If you're just joining us, go ahead and put in your city and country. Tell us what city and country you are tuning in from so I can give you a little shout out. Hey, Timothy from Florida. Hey, Tom from Calgary. Hi, Elizabeth from Montreal. Margaret, good evening from Johannesburg. Welcome. Good evening. Good to have you here. So if you're just joining us, tell us what city and country you're tuning in from. I love our global audience. Hey, B from Olson, California. And today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be teaching you how to grow your list with your high converting lead magnet. But specifically, we're going to be focusing on those high paying clients. And we're going to be talking about how to grow your list with those high paying clients and your highest converting lead magnet. We're going to get into all the details about how that works here in during this webinar. So hey, Joseph from Australia. Mark Davis is also from Australia. Hey, we have Sarah from San Diego, my hometown. Wendy is from Tulsa. Patricia's from Atlanta. Tom is from LA. Good to have you here. So if you're just joining us, please put in your city and country where you're tuning in from. And I'm going to go full screen. And just so you know, when I go full screen, I click this little play button here. I can't see the chat. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to toggle back and forth. So if I'm not answering you, it's not that I'm ignoring you. It's just that I can't see it. And we're going, but I'll get back there. So welcome to how to grow your list with your highest converting lead magnet. So just very briefly, the lead magnet that's just a fancy way of saying that's the free gift that you're going to give away in exchange for the email address. So what I'd love to hear from you is if you're using a lead magnet, and right now, if you have a lead magnet, go ahead and write in the words lead magnet in your questions box. Go ahead and write the words lead magnet. If you already have a lead magnet, so I can take a look and see who has a lead magnet. And then if you do or don't have a lead magnet, either way, tell us what is your biggest challenge with your lead magnet. And another way to ask that same question is, what's your biggest challenge growing your email list? So what's the big problem that you're having growing your email list, which can also be asked, what's the big challenge you're having with your lead magnets? Let me just, when I hit the escape button here, and I can see the questions that you've written here. So Margaret says lead magnet. Elizabeth says getting people to engage. Natalie is on her way to create a lead magnet. Daniel, Elizabeth, Rebecca, you guys have a lead magnet. Awesome. So Tom says, I don't lead with it, but I offer a discount 3/4 of the way through my tour. Okay, Margaret is getting a high value lead magnet. Patty getting lead magnets and people to opt in and get it. Daniel, I have one, but I want to make it more mobile friendly. Rebecca, lead magnet is that thing to help you get the email address. It's your free gift to help you get the email address. Sandra is having trouble converting those leads. Okay, we are going to tackle those things today. So keep your questions coming. Remember, when I'm full screen, I can't see them, but I'll toggle back and forth. So the lead magnet is that fancy way of saying we're going to give away a free gift on our website to get people to opt in and give us their email address. Okay, so I have a picture here of one of my lead magnets. And on the left-hand side, we created a little Facebook ad. We post our lead magnet on Facebook. And in this case, it says the 2016 free viral ads template. So that's the little ad on Facebook. And the arrow to the right goes to the landing page. And I use what I use for a landing page, I use Leadpages, leadpages.net. And I love leadpages.net. We've gotten over 40,000 email addresses in the last 2 years since we started using Leadpages. And some people call it a squeeze page. Some people call it a lead page. It doesn't really matter what you call it. It's just a page where you give away your free gift. So it's not our homepage. It's not our website. And the reason why we want to do this is because this allows you to grow your business. And if you've ever heard from anybody out there that says you're your number one value, or the most valuable thing you have, is your email list. It is true. Growing your email list will allow you to grow your business. And this particular picture I took in front of our property in Costa Rica. So my wife and I doing yoga. And what this allows you to do, what this lead magnet allows you to do, is it allows you to attract high-paying clients. And if you do it the way that I'm going to teach you on this webinar, you're going to learn how to attract high-paying clients with your lead magnet. And what I teach is how you can have a business that allows you to live and work from anywhere. So my wife and I, when we're not living in San Diego, we were living in Costa Rica for a while. We have a big property down there. We have a 164-acre property where we're developing our yoga community and wellness retreat center. And we've created a business that allows us to live and work from anywhere. And the fundamentally most important thing that we do is we get consistent leads. Every single day we've got new leads coming in, and we have a system that allows us to get on the phone with some of those folks and allows us to attract those high-paying clients and allows us to sign those people up on 6-month agreements or 12-month agreements. And that's our high-end, kind of our high-paying coaching program. And I'm gonna walk you through how you can do that today as well. But where it all starts is with your lead magnet. Okay, so the lead magnet, again, that's the free gift that we're giving away in exchange for the email address. And just to back up just a second, for those of you who I haven't had the pleasure of meeting yet, I sold my business in 2006. I had a very successful financial advisory company that I grew from scratch, and I sold it after I had a family tragedy. Unfortunately, in 2006, my 34-year-old brother was diagnosed with terminal lung cancer, and he ended up passing away about 9 months later. And that event changed my life forever. And I cast off my suit and tie. I sold my successful financial advisory business that I started from scratch. I moved down to Costa Rica. I bought a 164-acre wellness community or property for the purpose of developing a super eco-friendly wellness community and yoga retreat center, so that anybody who wanted to could come down to Costa Rica and heal themselves from within to the best of their body's abilities. And no one would have to go through what my family went through watching a loved one suffer. And through the process of doing it, the way that we were able to raise money for our wellness community development, we actually ended up raising about $4 million. And the way that we did that was we created a lead magnet on our website, and we got traffic from Facebook. So our lead magnet is on our website. It's CostaRicaWellness.com. And we would drive traffic from Facebook to this particular lead magnet. And we built a very small email list. We grew a list of 2,500 people. So by today's standards, that's not a big email list. But from 2,500 people, we were able to get 20 people to fly down to Costa Rica from Europe, Canada, and the United States. And we ended up making 7 sales for a total of $1.5 million to customers we met on Facebook. And all of that was because of our lead magnet, okay? Now, these are some examples of lead magnets that I'm using today. So these are not the lead magnet that I used for Costa Rica, but these are some examples of the lead magnets that we're using today. And so I want to hear from you. What are the biggest challenges and what are the biggest problems that you're having with your lead magnets? Let me take a step and just see. So Frederick is got a free packet of Matcha Energy. Deborah is trying to get high value lead magnet. Tom wants to offer a discount without undercutting his profits. And Sandra's having a hard time converting leads. Okay, so what I'm going to do on this webinar, and do me a favor, if you think this is fair, write the word fair. So I'm going to teach you how to get a high converting lead magnet. And if you don't think that I give you a lot of value on this particular webinar, I'm not going to ask you to purchase anything. I'm not going to ask you to pay anything. If you think that's fair, write the word fair in the chat box. So if you think it's fair, if you don't get a lot of value out of today's webinar, I'm not going to ask you to purchase anything. I'm not going to ask you to make an investment in yourself or your business. If you think that's fair, write the word fair in the questions box. Now, on the other hand, if you do think that this is a lot of value, I'm going to give you the opportunity to work with me one-on-one today. And I am going to ask you to make an investment, but only if you find value. If you think that's fair, write the word fair in the questions box. Carrie says fair, Margaret says fair, Vicky says fair, Sarah says fair, B, fair, Natalie, Chiquita, everybody says fair. Okay, you guys are awesome. So let's get into how this lead magnet works. So we talked about what a lead magnet is. I'm showing you two different examples of lead magnets that we have that we use to grow our email list and attract high-paying clients. Here are two more examples of lead magnets that we use to grow our email list and attract high-paying clients. And these lead magnets are the foundation of our business that creates now, between $60,000 and $70,000 a month in recurring income every single month. And really starts fundamentally with these lead magnets. So here's how you're going to create your high converting lead magnet. So the first thing to understand is that most other people's lead magnets today aren't working very well. Kind of the old way of doing things is you would ask people to sign up for your newsletter, okay? And when I started my Costa Rica real estate community, no one told me that stopped working in somewhere around 1998. Nobody wants to sign up for our newsletters anymore. So don't even bother. Don't ask anybody if they want to sign up for your newsletter, because they don't. And I mean, think about it. You probably don't want to sign up to anybody else's newsletter either. It really doesn't matter how much value it has. And the reason why is because our email inboxes are so overwhelmed. We know that it's a risk to sign up for someone's lead magnet, because what's the risk? People are worried. We're worried about getting more spam. The last thing we want is more spam. So we are careful about where we give our email address and who we give our email address to. And so what this chart is showing you is kind of the map, if you will, or the kind of the grid of how you can have a high converting lead magnet. So the first thing is the vertical axis. On the bottom, it shows low desire, and the top shows high desire. Okay, so what is low desire lead magnet? So it used to be that you could just offer a free consultation, free one-on-one consultation, and lots of people would opt in for it. But that stopped working quite a while ago now, because what's a free consultation? Well, everybody knows it's a sales call. I mean, everybody knows that it's a sales call. So we use free consultations all the time, but not as a way to gather email addresses. You need to show value first. You need to give away a lead magnet that has a lot of value. Then you can offer a free consultation. And the reason why is because then if people know you got the goods, they're happy to sign up for a one-on-one consultation where you're going to offer them something more, okay? So on the right-hand side, on this bottom side here, is also ebooks. Now, we used to use ebooks, used to work really, really well for building email lists, and they stopped working somewhere, about 8 to 12 months ago. They just didn't work nearly as well. And I think what has happened is that so many people have gotten very low value ebooks in their inbox that they consider them spam. So ebooks are no longer great at converting lead magnets, great at growing your email list. Again, we use free consults and we use ebooks strategically. We just don't use them anymore for building our email list. Now let's go to the top of this vertical axis and let's go to the high desire. So the best kind of opt-ins that you can get are people who are opting in for a live webinar. And if they opt into a live webinar, our customers are doing that because they believe that this webinar is going to solve a big problem. Whatever their number one problem is, if they're going to register for a live webinar, they're motivated and that's a really, really, really good lead. The problem is live webinars are hard to consume. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, let's go to this horizontal axis here for a second. This hard to consume on the left-hand side, we have things like video trainings and live webinars, and even courses can be very hard to consume. So a live webinar, we might think, well, how hard is it to consume? They just have to sit in front of their computer. Well, the thing is, people have to schedule it in the calendar. They have to make room. They have to be there on time. They have to show up. It takes a significant amount of effort and energy to get people to book their calendars and block out time in their calendar to attend our live webinars. And the cost to get one person to register for a live webinar these days might be $12. And then the other problem with that is only less than 20% of people are even showing up to live webinars anymore. So now, if it costs $12 to get one person to register to a live webinar, and only 20% of them show up, that means it costs $60 just to get one person to show up to a live webinar. So that is not good for growing our email list, okay? It's great for other purposes, but it's not great for growing our email list. Same thing with video training. A lot of folks will have three 45-minute long videos. That sounds fantastic, and it sounds like we might be giving away a lot of value, which should get more email addresses. But the problem is people say, hey, I don't have the time for that. So it's hard to consume. So what we're really looking for is this high desire. High desire means you're solving your customer's number one problem. If you are solving your customer's number one problem with your lead magnet, you've got high desire. On the right-hand side of this horizontal axis, we have easy to consume. So easy to consume just means your customer thinks that this is going to be easy to consume, meaning they can download it, they can open it, and they can start using it right away, whatever it is, whether it's a toolkit or a template or a list or a spreadsheet. So those kind of things, what we're trying to focus on here is getting in this upper right-hand quadrant. We want your lead magnets to have high conversions here in this upper right-hand quadrant, excuse me. So do me a favor right now, tell me what you think your customers think their number one problem is. So specifically, this is your customer's perspective, all right? So we're gonna just I'm planting the seeds right now to help you develop your lead magnet. What does your customer think their number one problem is? Whether it's, let's say if it's building their business, maybe they need more customers. If it's their health, maybe they think they need to lose weight. If it's their relationship, maybe they think they need, something, a better way to find and meet more members of the opposite sex, whatever it is. You tell me what you think, or let me say that again. What do your customers think their number one problem is? Write that in the questions box right now. Let me take a quick peek. Okay, Elizabeth says no time to be creative. Kenneth says customers' number one problem is to get leads. Good. Elizabeth is time. Let's see, Vicky, how to do stress reduction. Natalie, how to deal with pain. Okay, good. So get inside right now the minds of your customer. Get in your customer's mind. What does your customer think their number one problem is? Deborah, not enough time to get it all done. Good. Okay. So now let's zoom in. So now if you are still writing, I can't see your comments, but I'll toggle back and forth in a second. So we're going to zoom in now here on this upper right-hand quadrant. Okay, so here we go. So here are the top 12 highest converting lead magnets that I've seen. Now remember, when I say high desire, that means you're solving your customer's number one problem. So write in your customer what your customer thinks their number one problem is, not what you think it is. Because a lot of times you're the expert. You might know their problem is something different. Okay, so for example, if your weight loss, let's say you're a permanent weight loss coach, your customer might think they just need a quick diet to lose 10 or 15 pounds, but that the real issue is their relationship with food, which is really based on their relationship with themselves, which means they really need to love themselves more. That's what their actual problem is. But don't start with that. We need to start with what your customer thinks their number one problem is. So you really need to see the distinction there. It's what your customer thinks their number one problem is. And then once they opt in, then you can help them. You can give them the good stuff, give them what they need. So we call this in marketing. In the marketing, give them what they want. Once they're on the inside your course, then you give them what they need. It's like putting the medicine in with the sugar, okay? So here are the top 12 highest converting lead magnets that we are seeing with our list building and our growth and also out there in the marketplace. So high desire means solve their number one problem. And then all of these are easy to consume. So fill in the blank, solve your customer's number one problem. Spreadsheet download, solve your customer's number one problem. Solve your customer's number one problem with an action checklist and you got their email. Solve their number one problem with a template, you got their email. Solve their number one problem with a 60-second plan, a top 10 resources, a 7-step formula, a copy and paste script. Solve their problem with these easy to consume types of lead magnets and you will get high conversions. It's that combination of solving the big problem and easy to consume. So let me just check in with a few more people who wrote in what their number one problems are. So Kenneth, customers who need help with growth. Daniel, eat healthy. Deborah Jensen, not enough time. Okay, good. All right, so you guys got some good stuff there. So now let's zoom in. And let me just show you a couple of quick examples here before we go to our exercise. So one of the first examples is this lead magnet that we have where we gave away our 2016 free viral Facebook ads template. So it had a very high desire because it solved our customers' number one problem. And the problem was they would create a Facebook ad and it wouldn't perform very well. It wouldn't get any likes or comments and shares. It wouldn't go virally at all. And it didn't get lots of clicks. It did not perform very well. So I created a template, just a simple PowerPoint template or Keynote if you use a Mac. And we gave it away for free that helps people create their own viral ads template. And we got 1,959 email addresses at $1 a piece when we ran a Facebook ad. So we put this up on our Facebook page and we ran it and it got $2 per conversion, $2 per email address. So it's pretty cool. You get almost 2,000 emails at a little more than $1 a piece. That was pretty cool. Here's another example of a lead magnet that was high desire and had high conversions. Okay, so this was our 2016 marketing calendar. All right, so what was the problem? A lot of entrepreneurs waste a lot of time. We get really busy and we get busy in our email inbox and we're doing all these busy work kind of things that are not producing sales. And so what we did is we created a marketing calendar that allows you to figure out exactly what your highest value marketing activity is. And we put it on a spreadsheet so you can download it and use it instantly. And we just gave it away for free. So it had a very high desire. And because somebody could download it instantly and start using it immediately, it was very easy to consume. The customers thought it was very easy to consume. The two of those things together had very high conversions. So we had 2,268 email addresses at $1.08 a piece. So we posted it on our Facebook page. We drove a little traffic. We created a little ad. And we had a very high converting lead magnet. Lots of over 2,000 emails at $1 a piece. So it worked great. Here's another example. This was a good one. We gave away another Facebook template, but this was slightly different than the other ones. These weren't Facebook ads. These were viral Facebook photos. So again, one of the problems, big problem that our customers had is they would do a Facebook post and it got no likes, no comments, and no shares. So what I did is I went back through. We have 2.4 million likes across our 4 Facebook pages. I went back through those and I found the top highest converting, most viral posts. I took the top 15 of them and I gave them away for free on a PowerPoint template. And that ended up getting us over 5,900 email addresses at $1.52 a piece because it solved a big problem of getting viral images. And people could simply download it and use it immediately. So it was very easy to consume. The two of those things together gave us very high conversions. So, when we add these up, I mean, this is like there was 6, 8, it was over 9,000 email addresses in less than 90 days. And the average price, if you add up all three of those lead magnets, I mean, the average price per email was about $1.40, kind of in that range. And with those 9,000 emails, we were able to generate appointments with lots of real prospective customers, and we were able to make over $100,000 in sales, new sales from customers that we met on Facebook and that we grew from our viral word of mouth marketing, lead magnets, and list growth here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to I'm going to just show you some other examples of some other lead magnets, and then we're going to go into the exercise, and you're going to create your own lead magnets. So the first is the highest converting lead magnets. This is an example of Digital Marketer. So if you look up, if you know Digital Marketer and Ryan Deiss, he's got a very successful business called digitalmarketer.com. They do over $40 million a year in online information product sales. And I saw their lead magnets, and they were all in that upper right-hand quadrant that I mentioned. They all solved a big problem, so they had high desire, and they were all very easy to consume. So here were some of their examples. A 7-step formula for generating more sales by sending fewer emails. It's a great lead magnet. The 60-second blog plan, great lead magnet. Fill in the blank Facebook ad template. The ultimate social media swipe file, blog post template, 101 best email subject lines. So all of those were examples of these high-performing lead magnets, and they were in the upper right-hand quadrant of our high-converting lead magnet chart. So one thing that's important to understand is that you can create your own very easily, and we're going to do it. We're going to do that in just a moment. And it's also important to know that every single one of these follows a formula that you can use right now to create your own highest converting lead magnet. Okay, so here's an example of one. So remember, I showed you it was the 7-step formula for generating more sales by sending fewer emails, but the 7-step formula for generating more of what your customers want by avoiding pain or doing less of what they don't want. Here's the next one, 90-second video on how to, and you fill in the blank, how to get the critical benefit to get the result that your customer desire. Free plan. The fill in the blank, thing that will make my customer's life easier template. The ultimate save me tons of time swipe file. The 60-second critical benefit to get the result they desire plan. The 101 best time-saving resources. Okay, so now we're going to do an exercise. So everybody's going to participate here. And so here is the exercise. So right now I want you to type in the questions box your 7-step formula, okay? And it's going to look like this. So you're going to write in the questions box your own 7-step formula. So here's the formula you're going to follow, okay? So the example is the 7-step formula for generating more sales by sending fewer emails. Here's the formula. And it is a formula, and it also happens to contain the word formula, so don't let that trip you up. The 7-step formula for generating more of what your customers want by avoiding pain or doing less of what they don't want. Okay, so now it's your turn. So everybody right now go in the questions box and write the 7-step formula for, you can say, generating more of what your customer want by doing less of what they don't want or by avoiding pain. Okay, so let's say you are in the weight loss niche. So the 7-step formula for losing weight without feeling tired or hungry. Okay, let's say you're in dating advice and relationship advice. The 7-step formula for finding the man of your dreams without online dating. Okay, so you want to give the 7-step formula for what your customers want by avoiding pain or doing less of what they don't want. Let's say you're in business building. The 7-step formula for generating more sales by marketing less. Okay, so it's by doing less of what they don't want, by avoiding pain or doing less of what they don't want. So write that in the questions box right now, and I can give you some feedback on it. So let's see. So right now, go into the questions box and write in. So let's do this. So let's do this together. 7-step formula. 7-step formula for generating more of what your customers want by avoiding pain, doing less of what they don't want. Okay, go ahead and do that now so I can give you some feedback. All right. Let me just put that in here and make sure that everybody can see it. What your customers want by avoiding pain and doing less than. Okay, Michael, 7-step formula to get on the front page of Google by optimizing your page and videos. Okay, good. You got the first half of this right, Michael. You got the first half. 7-step formula for getting on the front page of Google by. Now, the second half is avoiding pain or doing less of what they don't want. So it's not how they're going to do it. So something like, Michael, the 7-step formula to get on the front page of Google by doing less SEO, for example. Okay? The 7-step formula for getting on the front page of Google by doing less of what they don't want. So try it again, Michael. You did a great first part. Elizabeth, 7-step formula for generating more creativity in your life without feeling guilty or overwhelmed. Okay, you totally did it, Elizabeth. Nice work. Kenneth, 7-step formula for generating more attendees to financial education series by building credibility. Okay, so you got the first part right, Kenneth. Now change the second part. So instead of building credibility, what's the thing that they don't want to do to generate more attendees? Okay, Deborah, 7-step formula for having more time and getting more something you have done. I need you to rewrite that, Deborah. I'm sorry, I can't read it. Joseph, the 7-step formula for getting more customers while paying less for advertising. Nailed it. Okay, Frederick, 7-step formula for generating energy without using an energy drink that causes a high sugar crash. Totally. Got it, Frederick. Nice work. Thank you, Elizabeth. D, 7-step formula for eating healthy lunches without spending a lot of time in the kitchen. Yes, nailed it, D. That is awesome. I want some of that. Mark Davis, 7-step formula for generating more leads with doing more marketing. I assume you meant without doing more marketing, Mark. Margaret, 7-step formula for generating more profits without incurring more expenses. Yeah, totally. Kenneth, 7-step formula for generating financial education series attendees by making less phone calls. Yes. And try this, Kenneth, by making less cold calls or without cold calling, because that's a pain a lot of people want to avoid. Good one. Douglas, 7-step formula for generating more success in school by avoiding fights over homework. Okay, so give us, you got the first half right. Now give us the second half. Avoiding fights over homework. Is that for parents and their kids, Douglas? I'm a little confused. Try it again. I think you're kind of on the right track. So Michael, 7-step formula for getting on the front page of Google without black hat SEO tactics. Okay, cool. All right, Deborah, the 7-step formula for having more time and getting more done is by leaving the old productivity practices behind. Try again, Deborah. You got the first part right. So get the second part. Just tell us how do they avoid pain and how do they do less of what they don't want? So how do they get more time and more done without, what's the thing that they don't want to do to get more time and more done? Chiquita, 7-step formula for increasing insurance reimbursement by verifying patient eligibility. Okay, so don't tell us how to do it, Chiquita. Tell us the thing that they don't want to do. You got the first part right. Now let's do the second part. So the second part is without the thing that they don't want to do. The 7-step formula for increasing insurance reimbursement by reviewing less insurance reports, by doing less paperwork, for example. So what's the thing that they don't want to do that is painful, Chiquita? Okay, so you guys are totally rocking this. So let's go on to the next one. All right, so here's another one. Okay, here's another example. So fill in the blanks below to create your top lead magnet. All right, so this one example, the fill in the blank viral Facebook ad template. That's an example. Okay, so the formula is fill in the blank thing that will make my customer's life easier template. Got it? Okay, so right now, go in the questions box and write the words fill in the blank, and then you fill in the blank. What's the thing that will make your customer's life easier template? Okay, a template kind of by itself makes your customer's life easier, but fill in the blank what? All right, so if I'm a Facebook ads guy, so here's my fill in the blank viral Facebook ads template. If I were helping people, build their business, the fill in the blank, high email open rate template. Okay, for example, if I'm going to help people get their emails opened, the fill in the blank high open rate email template, because that would make my customer's life easier. Okay, so what if I was trying to help my clients lose weight? So I would say the fill in the blank never go hungry diet template. All right, the fill in the blank easy, painless, permanent weight loss diet template. All right, that sounds like it's going to make your customer's life easier. What if I'm in relationship advice? I would say, the fill in the blank flirting 101 template. Okay, or the fill in the blank, attract the man of your dreams without online dating template. Okay, something like that. So fill in the blank. What's the thing that's going to make your customer's life easier template? Okay, so go ahead and let's see this. All right, so Mark, fill in the blank customer generation template. Totally got it. Michael, fill in the blank SEO template. Did it. Let's see, Michael, fill in the blank get your video or website on the first page of Google template. Yeah, totally. Elizabeth, the fill in the blank character creation template. Awesome. Love it. Okay, so right now go in and write in the words the fill in the blank, and then you fill in the blank thing that make your customer's life easier template. Kenneth, fill in the blank attract customers now template. Yeah, I like that one. That is copywritten, by the way. Wendy, get customers on autopilot. So let's use the formula, Wendy. The fill in the blank get customers on autopilot template. That would work great. Awesome. Frederick, fill in the blank receive a sample of matches energy to help your customer template. Let's try that one again. So what's the thing that makes your customer's life easier, Frederick? And yeah, just that was a little confusing, but that's okay. You're on the right track, and this is all about giving this a try and seeing what you come up with. Okay, you guys are totally rocking this. I'm very impressed. So right now, go in and put in the words fill in the blank and type in the thing that makes your customer's life easier template. Deborah, easy and fast, getting more done template. Okay, but put in the words fill in the blank, Deborah, right before that, and then you got it. Okay, you guys are nailing this. Okay, let's go on. So I have the rest of this. If you guys would like more of this, I'm going to give you an opportunity to get more of this. But so far, if you're getting a lot of value out of this, write the word value. Let's actually try this a different way. If you would like this template that I'm showing you right now, write the word template. So if you'd like this template that I'm showing you right now, go into the questions box and write the word template. Because what we have here is this will allow you to go a little bit further on your own. Okay, so you can see we have 6 different options here that will help you fill in the blanks to create your own top lead magnet. Because not every template, not every one of these will work for everybody. So what you want to do is you want to just keep trying until you find the one that works for you. Okay, so maybe the 60-second blank plan will work for you. Like the other one was 101 best email subject lines. Maybe that's better for you. Maybe the 90-second video is better for you, or the ultimate fill in the blank, swipe file is better for you. So okay, everybody's saying template, 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 value, and template. Okay, you guys are awesome. So here's what I'm going to do. So let's do this right now. I'm going to show you. Go to my Facebook page. So I'm going to give you a really cool opportunity here, not only to get the template that I just showed you, but I'm going to run an ad. I'm going to show you how we take these templates and we advertise them on Facebook. And I'm going to give you the opportunity to get seen by over 500,000 entrepreneurs. So right now, you can go to my Facebook page. Go to www.facebook.com/like-Brett. Okay, let me copy that. So you can do that right now. And let's see here. Do I have this set up? I gotta go. Let me pull this in here. So it's facebook.com/like-Brett. We're gonna do something really cool here. So let me pull this in so you guys can see it. I'm gonna give you guys a really cool opportunity. Okay, here we go. So we're on Facebook right now. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull this up. So here is the actual template. So you can see here we're on our page. All right, so you can see this is my page. We actually just had a great live event. I know some of you who are on here actually attended. We had a great live event. We had 150 entrepreneurs come to San Diego and attend with us. And we taught everybody how to attract customers now. But here's the opportunity. So if you want to get this lead magnet, it's pinned to the top of my page. So you can go there right now. Go to www.facebook.com/like-Brett. And you can go on this particular template. You can see here it's the highest converting lead magnet. And I'm going to click on it so you can see. So I'm going to click on it, and this is where it goes. And this will allow you to actually download the template. Okay, so you click in there, you put in your name and email, and you click free instant access, and you'll get to download the template. Okay. The next thing that I'm going to do, and this shows you how we go about driving traffic. So once you have a lead magnet, now you need to get some traffic. Well, this is how we do it. You post it on your Facebook page, and you run a little ad. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to run an ad. Now, I own a Facebook ad agency, and my ads aren't so little, meaning I'm going to spend $5,000 on this ad, and I'm going to give you an opportunity to get seen by 500,000 entrepreneurs to kind of ride on my coattails here for free. You can get some free advice, not free advice, sorry, free visibility is the better way to say it, by doing this one little thing I'm about to tell you to do. So those of you who wrote template, and now if I can, I'm going to ask you, if you got value out of what I just taught you, write the word value. So if you got value out of what I just taught you, go to the questions box and write the word value. And what I'm going to tell you to do is, if you want to get seen by 500,000 entrepreneurs, go to this particular post, and there's 2 quick steps. Step 1 is you click the share button. Now this is really important. So you click share, and it'll drop down here. You click share like this, okay, and you're going to see it. So if you got, everybody's saying value. So Sarah says value, B, Wendy, Margaret, Douglas, Sandra, Michael, Deborah, Beth, Mark, all saying value. You guys are awesome. Well, if you got value out of this, please don't keep me a secret. And the way to not keep me a secret is to do what I'm just showing you right here. So you go to this post. You can see it's pinned to the top of my page. Number 1, click the share button, and you see it drops down. You have to click this share button. And it's probably going to default like this. It says share on your own timeline. Okay, and just click post, or you can just write something about it. You can just write like some value that you learned. Something like get awesome top lead magnet training to grow your list. Okay, so for example, mag, all right, to grow your list. All right, so just do that and then click post. Okay, so that's just step 1. You shared it, and the share is really important. Okay, and then make a comment on it. So tell us what value you got from the lead magnet training. All right, and then step 2 is, for example, Step 2 is to write on the post. So step 1 is share, step 2 is post. Now the share is really important. And here's the reason why. So I realize that this part is self-serving. Okay, so if you click share, you're definitely helping me, and I appreciate that. And please don't keep me a secret. Hopefully I've given you some value, enough value to justify you clicking the share button. But if that wasn't enough, I'm going to spend $5,000 on this Facebook ad. And this ad is going to get shown to 500,000 entrepreneurs. Now, if you click the share button and you write a little comment, so you have to do 2 things. Step 1, click the share button. Step 2, write the comment. If you do those 2 things, that's going to give you the best opportunity to get seen by those 500,000 people. So you might say, well, can I just make a comment? Well, sure you can, but you're not going to get seen by as many people. And the reason why is because those people who click the share, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the share button, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to comment on your share. I'm going to say, love you, Vicky. What that does is that's going to get more people seeing your post. So it's going to give you actually more exposure. Thank you, Wendy. All right, so that's going to give you more exposure. Okay. Whoops, I don't think I was able to pick up Wendy, but all right, so that's going to give you more exposure. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to do that for everybody who actually did that. And I can see here some people are, Elizabeth Johnson just mentioned that. So thank you, Elizabeth. So in fact, let's see, we had 38 comments here. Let me do a quick little refresh and 15 shares. Let me just do a quick little refresh and update. Let's see how we're doing here. And so that's going to help you. Okay, awesome. 24 shares. So you guys are totally, you get it. You're totally doing it. The ones who do the shares got it. 43 comments. We went from 38 to 43. So you guys are getting it. So be sure, click the share button, make the comment. And then I'm going to spend $5,000 on this ad, and it's going to get reached. It's going to get shown to over 500,000 people. Okay, so thank you for not keeping me a secret. I appreciate that. That's how we build our business together, and that's straight up awesome. Okay, so let's go back to this. So thank you for all those of you who are participated, and you know, I hope that you do, so that you get a chance to get seen by 500,000 people off of the ad that I'm going to be running. So what we're doing here is we're using Facebook the way that it was intended to be used. So Facebook is the largest, WOM stands for word of mouth. It's word of mouth marketing. Facebook is the largest word of mouth marketing platform in the world. And the mistake that I see a lot of people make when they're running a Facebook ad is they'll run an ad without asking their happy clients to first make a comment on the ad, like we just did. And instead of asking their happy customers to write a little comment on what sort of value they actually got from working with you one-on-one, they don't do that part. So it's all about, Facebook is really all about what your friends are up to. So the mistake that I see everybody else making out there when they're running Facebook ads is they say, oh, I just want to target interest and I just want to run an ad, and think that that's going to work. But the problem is nobody goes on Facebook to look for our products and services. That's not why we go on Facebook. We go on Facebook to see what our friends are up to. If what our friends are up to is just making a comment by saying, wow, I just saw this straight up awesome presentation on how to grow your lead magnet, that's how you get discovered. That's how you get discovered by new, real people. Okay, because normally we see a Facebook ad and it has no likes and it has no comments and no shares. That's much more normal than like my kind of ads, where my ads will pretty much always have hundreds, if not thousands, of people who liked the ad and commented the ad and shared it. And that's how you get discovered. That's social proof. I call these social proof ads. And I call it the discovery ad secret. And that's how people are going to discover your lead magnet. That's how you're going to get their email address, and that's how they're going to get to you. And I came across this picture recently. So I created a business that allows me to travel the world. And one year, I think it was in 2000, maybe it was in 2000. I think it was in 2007, actually. Maybe it was 2008. I took a month off and I went to Africa. And I hiked Mount Kilimanjaro when I was there. And I wanted to share this one with you because I thought it was a great analogy for this process. So the mountain behind me, that little, it's a huge peak, but I say little because it's little in comparison to Mount Kilimanjaro. That peak is actually it's basically like a pimple on the shoulder of Mount Kilimanjaro. So it's huge, but Mount Kilimanjaro is enormous. The top of Mount Kilimanjaro is higher than Everest Base Camp. And I like this picture because it reminded me of, as I was walking, it was a 5-day trek. We walked 50 miles. And every day I would walk these long trails and I would just keep walking and walking and walking. And I kept looking up and it never looked like I was getting any closer to the top. We literally walked for days and I was just looking, thinking, my gosh, it doesn't look like we've made any progress. But I had a guide who walked a well-worn path that many others have taken and successfully summited. And I knew if I followed this path and I just kept going, that I was going to reach the top in spite of how it felt that I was not making any progress. And because I just simply kept going and I kept following the instructions of our guide, we made it to the top. And I summited Mount Kilimanjaro, made it to the top. And I wanted to share this with you because a lot of times when we start this process, we create one lead magnet and we put it up on Facebook and nobody opts in. It's, sometimes we throw our hands up and we feel like giving up because we felt, oh my gosh, I did so much work to build that lead magnet and it didn't work at all. And what I'm going to say to you is that that's really normal. In fact, I don't know anybody that they had a really successful lead magnet on their first try. And it's like that saying of every marathon begins with one step. And you have to take a lot of steps to complete a marathon. Just like you have to take a lot of steps to get to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro. And the same thing applies to your marketing. If you just go in with the mindset of, okay, I'm going to go on this journey. And I'm going to go on this path and it's going to take a while for me to figure it out. It's going to take a while. I'm going to have to do 10 different lead magnets to find the one that's really going to work well. I might have to do lots of different ads to find the ones that's really going to work well. I might have to talk to lots of different people to find one high-paying client. If you do that, if you go in with that mindset, you will have the highest chance of success. Because one thing I know for sure is that the fastest way to build a business is to start with your high-paying clients, is to get a small number of high-paying clients. That's a lot easier. That happens a lot faster than trying to get 1,000 people to buy a $97 program. That's really hard to do. But it's not hard to get a few people to pay you for your high-end services. Okay, so I'm going to shift gears now, and I'm going to show you my most successful high-paying coaching model that allows us to get up to $60,000 and $70,000 a month in recurring revenue. And it goes like this. So everybody who signs up with you, so I want everybody to write this down. You should absolutely have your pen and paper out right now, and you should write this down. Everybody who signs up with you in your high-paying coaching model is going to sign a 6-month agreement, okay? And what we're trying to do here is we're trying to regulate your cash flow. So you don't have these peaks and valleys. You don't have this roller coaster on. And if you get one client that signs up for a 6-month agreement, they're going to pay you once a month for 6 months. And you have a nice cash flow. And now here's what they get. They're going to get 2 30-minute one-on-one calls with you per month. So write that down, 2 30-minute one-on-one calls with you per month, plus 3 group coaching calls with you per month. So that means they're going to be on the phone with you live 5 times a month. People put a very high premium on that in their mind. 5 times a month, to me, that sounds like a $2,000 a month program. I get to talk to you 5 times a month. I'm expecting that I'm going to pay you a lot of money for that. And here's how you charge for that. So you're going to take on your first 5 clients at $700 a month. So write that down. Your first 5 clients, $700 a month. That's 5 times 700 gets you $3,500. And what's going to happen is you're going to start to get good results for your customers. Word of mouth marketing is going to kick in. You're going to get some more referrals, and you're going to have to raise your prices. Not by much, just by little. You're going to take on your next 4 clients at $1,000 a month. So that's $4,000, okay? Now you're almost full. You only have room for 2 clients left. You're going to take on your last 2 clients at $1,500 a month. So let's add all that up. You're just 11 clients away from making a consistent, recurring $10,500 a month in new income. And the best part is, it only costs you 14 hours a month of your coaching time. Think about that for a second. And actually, what I want you to do is I want you to think about what you like about that. Don't go right to, oh, well, how do I get all those clients? I just showed you a great way to find some of those clients through creating your lead magnet. So don't go there. Go to the other place. Go to the place that says, oh my gosh, what will my life be like if I could just get 11 clients like this? What would my business be like? What would my health be like? What would my relationship be like? What would my free time be like if I could make $10,500 a month off of just 14 hours a month? What would that be like? Okay, what would you be able to do? And the thing is, building a business like this is a step-by-step process that absolutely anyone can master. And it's really about marketing to customers who are looking for you. You are in the business now of looking for customers who are looking for you. And you must create value for them. You must create value for your customers. And the way to do that is to begin with your customer. All marketing begins with your customer. Marketing isn't just building a lead magnet. It's not just running an ad. It's not just doing a webinar. It's not just putting on a seminar. Those are all pieces of marketing. All marketing begins with your customer. All marketing begins with specifically talking with your customers, asking them, hey, what's your biggest problem that you can solve? What's your biggest challenge? What's your number one issue? What's the thing that stresses you out the most that you are most qualified to solve? And you can help them with your lead magnet can help them solve their problem. And you'll know what their problem are because you talk with your customers. And marketing is about motivating your customers to take action. So if you are interested in learning how to create a business like this, and you would like to have a one-on-one with me, right now, write the words one-on-one with Brett. If you'd like to have a call with me, write the words one-on-one with Brett. And let me just, I'm going to pull a special link in here. I'm going to put this special link in. If you are interested in having a one-on-one with me, go ahead and write the words one-on-one with Brett in the questions box. And I'm going to give you a special link to do that right now. I'm going to post that in the chat area. So if you're interested in having a one-on-one with me, go to the box and write one-on-one with Brett. And what we're going to do on this one-on-one is we're going to start out by finding out where you can grow your business with these high-paying clients. So where are you going to find these high-paying clients? How can you get them to find you? And how can you create a coaching business that's going to give you all the time, money, and freedom you should have and deserve? And when scheduling the one-on-one, what I did with this, because it is in order to do this, you need to have a high level of commitment. And in order to show me that you have a high level of commitment, I'm asking everybody who signs up for the one-on-one, you do need to put down a $97 deposit. And this deposit will be fully refundable. Now, why do I ask you to do this? Well, out of fairness to me and my time, I need to make sure that you show up. If you show up and we have the call, at the end of the call, I'm going to give you your money back. So it is part of you making a commitment. And it's like my friend Mike Koenig says, is the more people pay, the more people pay attention. So it's not okay to, schedule a call with somebody and then not show up. So this is a way to make sure that people show up. So you do have to show up in order to get your money back. And in order to, really have the commitment and the investment in your business, this is how you can demonstrate to me that you are serious about growing your business. Now, if you're serious about growing your business, I'm going to be serious about helping you. And I can't wait to get on the phone with you and help you build your business together. I've helped hundreds and thousands of clients build their business. They can't wait to get started working with you so that we can build your business together. So if you're serious and you're ready and you want a business that's going to give you all the time, money, and freedom you should have and deserve, then go ahead and click the scheduling link. It's $97 and you get your money back at the end of the call. And you do need to show up in order to get your money back. If you schedule it and you don't show up, you don't get your money back. That's the whole point of putting the deposit down. And I can't wait to work with you, and let's get started building your business together. So with that, I will see you on our one-on-one call. Thank you so much. Good night. God bless.